cheese is melted. Look at that.
Dude, it looks cold in the middle. The cheese is not melted. It doesn't look like the heat ever made it through. What's up guys, this is Alan again, back with another video, and today I'm gonna watch this video that was forwarded by a few of my subscribers. It's called Gordon Ramsay's Ultimate Grilled Cheese Sandwich. So let's go take a look.
Now, we all love grilled cheese. I grew up with it, that was cheese on toast. But there's something quite amazing for...
I'm not familiar with Tasmanian food, but what does grilled cheese sandwich have to do with Tasmania?
Or a grilled cheese, especially when you have these incredible cheeses. A Romano with pepperberry and Asiago. Beautiful, I mean really beautiful.
Those cheeses look way too hard to be used for a grilled cheese sandwich.
So I'm going to just cut nice big long slices so I can take off the rind easily. Okay.
That cut is pretty thick. Is that going to melt evenly?
Now the bread. The secret behind a great grilled cheese is to make sure the bread is not too thin. Look at that.
And that's a nice country loaf right there. I personally prefer my grilled cheese on a sourdough as well.
And always butter heavily on the outside. You'll see why, especially when you get that nice crispy texture. Again, cover it with butter.
And so far so good. He is Gordon Ramsay, so I hope he knows how to make a grilled cheese sandwich properly.
And the secret behind this grilled cheese is a little bit of kimchi. Homemade kimchi.
Kimchi? Why is there kimchi? Do they make kimchi in Tasmania? He also said it's homemade. Is there a large population of Koreans living in Tasmania that I don't know about?
Which is going to give a nice spicy texture to that incredible cheese.
Yeah, but you also have to worry about, like, kimchi has a lot of water content, especially when it's under heat. That water is going to come out and possibly make the bread soggy.
The acidity in this kimchi is incredible. Fold that over, and then from there, push that down. We're gonna stick.
So the sandwich itself is now pretty thick. That sourdough itself is acceptable, that thickness. But with the cheeses and the kimchi, I don't know if this is gonna... Those cheeses are hard cheeses, which is gonna make it hard for them to melt to begin with. And now you added this kimchi, which just has a high water content. Like, I'm very curious on how the cheese is gonna melt here.
Stick that in the oven. Look, a beautiful fireplace over there.
Cooking over fire, huge fan. And he has a cast iron. Bonus, I also like to make my grilled cheese on a cast iron pan.
Nice and warm. Touch of olive oil in.
Did he preheat that cast iron, or did they just cut it out? He's putting it directly over the flames. So if it was properly preheated, you should see smoke coming out of it. For cast iron, you really need to preheat. And I wouldn't use olive oil because that has a very low smoke point.
From there, get the temperature up. Just lightly. Starting to smoke. Rest on the side.
Okay, maybe he's doing something that I'm not familiar with, but I always put the oil after the pan is preheated. Because if you put the olive oil for that long, it's gonna get burnt.
Hot pan on the outside. Pan's just started smoking. Touch of oil in, roll that round, and then just lay the steaks away. There she goes. Just pushing that down.
He's putting the cast iron directly on the fire. What my concern here is that the pan might get too hot and the bread will get burned before the heat transfers to the cheese. As I mentioned, the hard cheeses are, hard to melt. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take for the heat to go through the bread and then to the cheese. And also the kimchi is very wet, so it will also absorb a lot of the heat that's trying to get into the cheese. Yeah, my concern is that the bread's going to get burned before the cheese has a chance to melt.
Turn that over.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's burnt.
The Dutch burn!
Just place your spatula on top and push down. And that helps to get the cheese nicely melted. That is incredible. The kimchi with that incredible cheese, especially with that pepperberry.
Yeah, speaking of the kimchi, wouldn't squeezing it also press the water out of the kimchi?
It just helps elevate the flavor of that beautiful grilled cheese. Take that out, turn that over, and look.
Dude, the cheese, does that look melted to you? It looks like it sweated a little bit, but that could have just been the juice from the kimchi that was pressed out. That cheese does not look like it had been affected by the heat at all.
It's cracking away. Beautiful. The cheese is melted.
No, it's not. Dude, you can see that it's not melted. It looks like it was just starting to sweat, and there's no melted cheese in this angle.
And this. Yeah, how
And
crispy
then you're cutting it in the middle? You're supposed to cut it diagonally.
that is. Beautiful.
And why does he have a cutting board on top of another cutting board?
Look at that.
Dude, it looks cold in the middle. Look at that. The cheese is not melted. Doesn't look like the heat ever made it through.
Oh my God. It's still very hot.
Yeah, the freaking outside of the bread is piping hot, and the middle of the sandwich is freezing cold. The heat never transferred its way to the middle of the sandwich.
Oh my God.
You're biting, you're just eating a cheese board sandwich with kimchi.
In the open fire. Wow. I mean, it's so good. It almost makes me feel like I want to move to Tasmania.
What the? This is not, I mean, the cheese and the bread are from Tasmania, but what the heck does that kimchi have to do with it?
That is delicious.
Let me know in the comments what you think.
The close-ups, you could even see, look at it. The close-up shows more detail on how uncooked this grilled cheese sandwich is. It looks cold. Hey, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these other videos as well. And please leave on the comment section on what videos I should react to next. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.